You were on the Jamie Foxx show, and you talked about how Richard was so high off of coke all the time.
He was high. He was too high to work. You know, a lot of them are like that shit. A lot of them are getting high off of coke. But Richard was too high. He couldn't deliver the line. He'd be slurring his words and stuff.
I mean, Richard talked about getting high in his comedy act.
Oh yeah, he let everybody know he was getting high.
Right.
He would be on Johnny Carson saying that.
Well, you said that Johnny Carson was doing coke all the time too.
All of them had coke. Johnny Carson had a hole put in his nose, had a hole in his nose. So that's that coke problem, see?
Right. You said Red Fox was heavy on it also?
Red Fox, all of them back then had people that you didn't know that had them was tooting that coke, trying to get some energy. You know?
Well, did you ever read that interview with Quincy Jones, where he talked about how Richard Pryor had sex with Marlon Brando?
I didn't know you can read it. Where was it at? It's an interview.
It was an interview. Yeah, it was a written interview.
Richard used to have a party at his house every Sunday. I ain't seen no Marlon Brando nowhere near that party. So I think that's all. I was a fucking doorman. I don't know what the hell they were doing. I was happy to have the little money she paid me to pay my rent.
Right.
When I first got to L.A. So I ain't seen no. I ain't never met Marlon Brando. I met Nico Brando. That was his son.
Okay.
When I was at Gucci, he would come in and say hello, because I was like everybody's therapist in Gucci. So I would see them all. Sammy, everybody come in. Sammy Davis, Jonathan Winters, all them cats would come into Gucci. Boy, that was the funniest job I ever had in my life. They were wonderful people. They treat me. They let me do anything. They get the women come and say, "Is Witherspoon here?" Old women. So I would take them around and treat them, give them a glass of wine, and I would meet all the women that come in there. Old women, you know, that want somebody to say that they look good that day. You know, so that was my job at Gucci. But as far as Marlon Brando and all that stuff, I don't know. All I know is that I never seen Marlon Brando at that party. He had about 100 people there.
Okay. Well, Richard Pryor's widow said it was true. Said that Richard would get high enough.
Oh, Jennifer?
The white woman, I think.
Jennifer?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
she would know.
I mean, she said that Richard would get so high off of coke that he would have sex with anything, pretty much. He said he would have sex with a radiator and buy it a drink the next day. Like,
well, you know, I don't know. I wasn't there.
There you go.
But I know that Richard was a funny man, and he didn't mind me opening for him but he didn't want me to open for him on the road.
No?
No. He said, "Spoon, I love you, but you too funny to open for me."
He was scared.
I get standing ovation.
I bet.
I get standing ovation also. So but that was good enough I worked him. Then we worked 1 week before he go on the road. He would work 1 week in the main room before he would go to Sunset Boulevard. It's a theater over there. That's where he shot. It's at the Pantages. It might have been the Pantages. I don't know where I was at. But he would go to the main room and do a week or two there. And that's where we had great crowds then. But you had great crowds. Anytime Richard Pryor come into the Comedy Store, the people wrapped around the block.
Yeah, I bet.
To see him. Probably just like a Chappelle.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, I feel you. Were you still friends with him when he lit himself on fire, I guess?
Yeah, oh yeah. I called him at the hospital. He don't remember.
Yeah.
But Mooney was on the phone, and Mooney said, "Spoon," and he, I said, "Let me talk to Richard." Richard don't remember that stuff. He was so out of it. But you know, that's, I never did no, I mean, I ain't had no money to do nothing like that anyway.
Right.
I never had no pipe money. I was struggling to make it as an actor. Thank God, because I'd be horrible if I had blown myself up.